Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing this Monday. I hope you guys are all staying safe. Today we're going to do a really cute and smoky green and khaki makeup tutorial inspired by Makeup with Ja. She is this influencer on Instagram. So we're going to start off with the P.Louise Base. This is what she used on her Instagram tutorial. I will have her Instagram name handle in the description box down below. All credit goes to her. She definitely inspired me to create this look. I don't have the palette that she used, so your girl's gonna work with what she has. So as always, like I said, we're going to start off with the primer, and this time, excuse me, I'm not going heavy-handed. Now, because I don't have her palette, I am going to switch in between a few palettes, but first palette is going to be the Bretman Rock Jungle Rock collection. I'm going to take the shade Venomous. This one looks a little bit more minty on camera, but it's definitely more on the green side. It's not a deep green, but it is in the green family, if that makes sense. This is going to be like the first shadow that we're going to lay down as quote unquote a base to deepen up the next shades that we are going in. And as you can see, I am starting in the outer corners and winging that out just to create that blown out effect that I personally love. Next, we're going to switch to a Morphe palette. This is the 35M Boss Mood palette. This is actually one of my favorite palettes. And I'm going to take a mix of both of those shades. I'm actually going to start with the lighter, like pukey green, and then we're going to move on to the deep forest green. As you can see, this is actually creating a true green, which is what I wanted, because the Jungle Rock palette, the green was a little softer. I wanted it to be a little more of a true leaf green, if that makes sense. I don't know. And then I'm going to go back with that shade that I pointed out, the second shade right next to that olive shade. These palettes don't have names, you guys, so it's kind of hard to tell you, but I'm going in with the deepest forest green shade. That's exactly what it is called. And I'm actually going to use a ColourPop brush. This is one of my absolute favorite brushes to use ever. It is so nice because it just fits into the socket of the eye and it just really helps with blending. I will have the brush's name. I always try to list them in the description box down below. And this brush is part of their Bare Necessities collection, which has to be my favorite brushes ever. So next we're going to go back with a palette, and I'm going to take a deep brown, and I'm just going to use the same brush using my Vermona color switch. If you guys have been sleeping on a Vermona switch, I really suggest you guys invest into one. They're actually not very pricey, and it just makes it so easy to switch in between eyeshadow colors without getting too many brushes dirty. I really like this palette because there's so many greens, and even this brown has a slight green undertone, which is why I chose to go with it. This is just going to add depth into the eyes and create a little bit more of that smokiness, which you guys know I love. Next, we're going to go into the actual crease and blend. So we're going to take this caramel teddy bear shade, which is beautiful. I haven't used this palette in so long. And again, you guys keep in mind that you don't have to use the palettes that I have. Just kind of work with what you have. That's exactly what I did. I was dying to recreate her look. I just didn't want to spend the money on her palette because I knew that I had the colors. Not that I wouldn't support her, but you know, quarantine, I'm not trying to spend my money on things that I don't really need. So I took that caramel teddy bear shade and I just threw that in the crease. Now this brush is also by Wet n Wild and Bretman Rock. It is clean. It has no product, so it's just a clean brush. This is just going to go into the lid and into the crease just to soften everything up and make sure that there are no harsh lines. And obviously you want to repeat the same step to the next eye. Now we're going to go into the brow bone. I'm going to take the shade Coconut Connoisseur, which is again from the Wet n Wild's palette. And I'm going to lay that underneath the brow bone. Now this shade for some reason wasn't really showing up, but it's okay because I also use that to clean up the edges of the shadow to create a even more sharp cat eye effect. I like it, but I wish it had a little bit more pigments into that white vanilla shade. I'm going to go back to the Boss Babe palette, and I'm going to take a little bit of the black shade because it is super intense, and I'm going to lay that down to the outermost part of the eye. I'm not going to bring that up too high. I don't want this to turn into a green, black, smoky eye. I want this to still be a khaki and green look. Super beautiful. Oh my god, I haven't done a green look in so long, you guys. So now we're gonna move on to the lid. I'm gonna take this Kokie dual metallic eyeshadow. I haven't used these. It comes with a cream and it comes with a powder at the bottom, if you guys can see that. I haven't used these in so long, so we're gonna go in with the cream products first, and I'm going to lay that down. When I laid it down, I was like, oh my god, I have been missing out on this product. It is so creamy, so pigmented, and it blends like a dream. I'm actually just going to add this halfway because I am going to kind of mix it with a different green just to create a beautiful ombre effect. And then I laid that pigment on top, and as you can see my reaction, I was shook because these are so bomb. If you guys haven't checked out Kokie Cosmetics, y'all are sleeping on them, and they are drugstore, so you know what that means. They are affordable. Now here I went with this J.Cat little cream pomade. I ended up not liking it because it was actually a little bit dried out. So what I did is I took another Kokie crystal little pigments that I had. Again, I will have all the names listed down below because I don't have the makeup in front of me. And I'm gonna lay that into the inner part of the eye, just blending it into the second color that we just laid down. And this is where like my imagination just kind of gets all over the place. I ended up going with another pigment and I laid that on top because I didn't like how the green was looking. And now for the lower lash line, or sorry, for the outer corner, I'm going to take the same colors in the order that I just showed you. So the khaki green, the deep green, and then a little bit of the black, just to reinforce the outer corner since we did lay down a creamy wet base. This is just going to blend everything and it's just going to smoke it out. Oh my god, I am obsessed with this look. I really hope you guys try it because it has to be probably one of my favorites green looks that I've done in a while. Now, she didn't do this part, but I decided to add this. Again, you know, this is where your imagination comes in. I decided to add a lime green eyeliner. I just wanted to keep it all in the green family. This is a neon eyeliner by LA Girl. And then to the bottom lash line, I did pretty much the same thing that I did on the lid, except I didn't go with the deep green or the black. Then I'm just going to prep my lashes with some mascara. This is also the Wet n Wild and Bretman Rock mascara. Honestly, I didn't like it. It did nothing for my lashes. I'm going to take the Lash Dreams lashes in the style Fairytale. These are very long, very dramatic, so again, just use the lashes that you want. I kind of wish I would have actually gone with some lashes that were a little bit more toned down, but that's totally okay. I wanted to show you guys the lip option that I went with. I wanted to do a cool tone look or a cool tone lip because I know that I always do like super warm lips. So it's still a nude lip, but it's a little bit more cool tone. This is the Italia lip liner in the shade Taupe, which is one of my favorite lip liner brands. And then I took the L'Oreal Color Riche Full Blown Fawn 974 lipstick, and I just added that color to the center because it was also a cool toned lip. So that is it, you guys. This is my look. This is my recreation of an Instagram tutorial. I tried to follow it as best as I could. As always, I like to add my own little pizzazz into it. I really hope you guys enjoy today's makeup look for Makeup Monday. If you recreate it, send me your pictures to my Instagram. I would love to repost you on my stories. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!